Hey guys, this is my first YouTube live video and I'm super excited. It's the new year. I want to try something different and I'm coming on because I want to talk to you guys about red flags in relationships. Now, some of this is just personal experience. The other part of it is just, stuff I was reading, but I wanted to share with you guys because I have about 7 tips that I want to share for us moving into the new year because everybody's looking for love. Everybody wants to be in love and we want good relationships, but it's like we don't need to waste our time either. And so the thing about it is we have to know what to look for. Like we have to be skilled, right? We have to be skillful in love. And so let's just get started, jump right in. So, the first thing I want to say, guys, is your intuition. Whenever something just says, this does not feel right, something is wrong with this situation, you want to go ahead and listen to that because God has given us an intuition to protect us a lot of times. And when we don't listen to it, we end up in a situation, right? Because there have been plenty of times where I feel something about someone and then I just keep going and I keep going. And then the very thing that I felt was exactly what it was. Okay. So the first thing is to allow your intuition to really speak to you and to lead you. Now, I'm speaking from a female's perspective, okay, because I'm a female and I want to share something. So, the next one, number two, is when a guy puts you on a pedestal. You know what I mean? He puts you on this pedestal. You're perfect. You're like an angel in his eyes. You can't do any wrong. And, it's sweet to have those feelings, but it's unrealistic. You know what I mean? It's like, and then when you mess up, it takes him forever to get over it. And he's just like, oh, I can't believe that you did this or did that. But you're human. We're human. So we're going to make mistakes. So whenever a guy puts you on a pedestal and he has like these unrealistic expectations of you, it's not fair. So that's number two. So number three is when you guys get into an argument. Okay, this is the next red flag. You get into an argument, and then he starts calling you all out your name. Okay, he's upset, you're upset, and then he resorts to like name calling. So if he has to call you a name during an argument, gosh, do you want to live with someone like that? Do you want to be in a relationship with someone like that? No, because you have to know. My pastor used to say, don't marry anyone until you know how they fight with you. Because if they don't fight fair, they name call and do all this stuff, zero. It's time to move on. The next red flag is they're secretive about little things. You can't. I remember one time I asked the guy how old he was. I'm like, how old are you? And he was like, oh, I'm just like, how old are you? You want to take me out on a date, but you don't want to tell me how old you are? Like, that was super, super crazy to me. But the thing about it is, knowing someone's age is a part of getting to know him. So if he wanted to be secretive because he felt like he was too much older than me, that I wouldn't like him. So he was trying to, I guess, be deceptive and not tell me. And then even after he told me his age, he actually lied about it anyway. So when they're secretive about little things, that's a no for me. And the next one, this is number 5, is when you tell your guy what you want or your girl what you want and they don't give it to you. As simple as like, babe, I want to talk to you every day. I don't want a day to go by where we don't talk, or I don't want a week to go by when we're not seeing each other. And it's like when they're not honoring what you want or how you feel about things and they're disrespecting your boundaries, red flag. Okay. The next one is pretty common. I mean, we already know, like, if someone is not returning your calls, if someone is not returning your text, that's a red flag. I mean, I understand, people have jobs, they have responsibilities and things like that. But if it's been like 2 or 3 days since you're returning my call or text, what that tells me is that you have other priorities, and I'm not one of them. So that's a red flag. And I have two more. And the next one is when they refuse to talk during an argument, meaning they just shut down on you. I understand some people don't handle conflict well, but when people shut down, how can you possibly build a relationship with each other? And I think that's really important to start off as friends, and build from there. Have a friendship, grow from there. And so if they refuse to talk to you during an argument, I'm sorry. I mean, I understand cooling off when you're upset, but if they just can't express themselves, express their emotions, that's not going to work. That's a big red flag. And then the last one, guys, is when they just become super busy. All of a sudden, you guys were spending quality time together, and now they're just too busy to do anything with you. And to me, again, this is other priorities. All right. And you're not one of them. I'm not one of them. So whenever we get that vibe, we need to move on. So I just wanted to share that for the new year. I hope that it blessed you, and I hope that you can use that for the new year. Okay. God bless you guys. And I will see you in the next video.